Are you ready to see?
Hell yeah.
You ready? All right.
Peace. This is Just Blaze. I'm back with the homie, the one and only Katty Customs, and we're making one-of-one kicks for our favorite cultural icons. Our guest today is a true GOAT and one of the most influential people to ever grab a microphone. Can Katty and I create a shoe that resonates with this legend? Let's find out. Welcome to Fresh Pair. Ladies and gentlemen, Ice Cube.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure to have you today. For
Thank
sure.
you. Appreciate that.
Okay, so before we get started, we do a sneaker check. Because this is a sneaker show, so we got to see what's on your feet.
I'm just rocking, Jordans. That's all. I like blue and gray.
Those are hard.
Yeah,
Katty,
those
what
are
you
dope.
got on?
I got on the Katty Customs Easter bunnies.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Let's see,
saying?
we kind of almost matching.
Katty Custom Easters.
These are the Clark Kent Friends and Family Air Force One. I think it's 24 pairs of these in existence.
Oh, wow. Super exclusive.
Listen, I always come through with the mortgage on my feet.
Are you ready to see?
Hell yeah.
You ready? All right.
Wow. These are dope.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. These are incredible.
Okay. So we're going to go through every detail, what everything means,
damn.
where everything come from. I know you see it already,
I
but
see it, yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
That seems like the stucco that's on my daddy house right now.
That's what's up.
The shoe is very much inspired by the Amerikka's Most Wanted cover. So we got like this stucco here, which is like your daddy's house.
Yeah.
Also like the buildings that were in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from N.W.A.
Yeah.
And all the turmoil that was happening in the wake of the breakups and whatnot.
Yeah.
Coming to the idea of doing Amerikka's Most Wanted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where was your mind at that time?
Back against the wall. I was actually talking back and forth to Dre because when I first broke up, he was trying to get me back in the group. He was trying to figure out how to work it all out. He called me back. He was like, man, I ain't gonna be able to do the record. He said, Easy and Jerry, they just tripping, they ain't gonna let it happen. So now I was like, well, damn, I need to find production. I was just calling around because Third Base had just dropped their record, you know what I mean? Shout out to MC Search. And they had banging beats, you know what I mean? They had music on there that was fresh. It felt sonically right. And they said Sam Sever did it. Sam Sever. And so I called Leo Coin, like, yo, man, hook me up with Sam Sever. I want to do my record. And Leo was like, when you want to meet him? Flew out, walked in Def Jam, no Sam Sever. I'm like, Leo, what's up? Let's do that. Oh, he coming. Motherfucker never showed up. I still never met Sam Sever.
To this day.
Sam Sever, man, just come say hi. Goddamn.
Wow. Sam Sever said the rest.
You hear that, Sam Sever?
So I said, Leo, I'm gone, man. I've been up here all day, and I need to find somebody. And walking down the hallway at Def Jam, I see Chuck D. It's like empty hall. Me going one way and him coming another way. Rewind, when I was breaking up with the group, or right before I broke up with the group, I called Chuck to get his advice. And he was against me leaving the group. He was like, man, y'all too iconic. He said, man, try to keep it together. I'm like, we had a point of no return, man. And then he was like, damn. It's like, this is, he was like sad for hip hop. So I come around the corner, I see him, and I'm telling him, what I'm doing there. And he's like, oh, okay, you need to come holler at Hank Shockley.
Right.
He said, we doing a record tonight with Kane. I said, okay. Big Day Kane? He's like, yep. He said, you should jump on it, man. Let people know you solo. well, what you think I did? I was
Right.
fuck yeah.
Ice Cube is down with the P.
Yeah, when? He said, we only got a few bars for you. I said, man, I don't care if you gave me one bar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to rip that one bar to shreds. And so when the Ruthless dudes heard I was in New York trying to get my record done, well, I got word back that they was laughing about it. Like,
Right.
what you going out there for? You from LA. Like,
Right.
what you mixing and matching, you know, it ain't gonna work. So I told Hank that story, and the look on his face was like, word? Like, they laughed? I said, yeah, they laughing.
Wow.
He said, we'll do that whole joint. Wow. And I mean, I said, the whole record? He said, yeah, we'll do the whole record.
That's dope.
And I was like, shit, when do I come back? He said, and we hooked up a date, like 2 months later, then I went to work.
Okay, that's dope. So you ain't even seen the coolest part of the shoes yet.
I have it?
No. So underneath, we got the Parental Advisory tag.
Damn, that's amazing.
That's amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Man, this shoes is,
So we put this
keep on giving.
Yeah, they keep on giving. We put this underneath the sole, so while you sitting courtside at the game with your feet up, people can see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You think I'm a really walk in these? One in my studio. I put these in some glass.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And they actually slapped that on your records to keep people from buying them, but really, it actually drew people to buy your records more.
Tipper Gore, which is Al Gore's wife, she was complaining that parents didn't know what was in these records and what was on the records. They would go buy their kid Too Short and shit for Christmas and put the record on and you know, have a fucking shit fit because everybody listening to Too Short at Christmas, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they was going crazy and they show us this is what we have it was like to shut this bitch up. This is what we got to put on the record.
Right.
You know what I mean? This sticker.
Wow.
And it said Parental Advisory. I thought it was kind of corny. You know, I was like, we can't put something like, you know, I wanted like skull and crossbones, like poison,
Right.
poison and shit. You know what I mean? So we were the first ones where our guy actually put it in the artwork because Easy was like, man, I ain't buying all them fucking stickers.
Just
Like,
put it on the picture.
we sold 2 million records. I'm
Right.
buying 2 million stickers and
Right.
shit. And we gotta
Right.
have people put stickers on 2 million records. We
Right.
gotta figure something out. And
Put it on the art.
Right. So what's your responsibility of rap music today in the public of 2023?
well, I think it's all about artists expressing themselves, you know.
Absolutely.
It ain't no responsibility other than that.
Okay.
You know, express yourself, do the music you feel you should do. It's really about an artist. You know, it's like you don't want anybody to tell you how to do this shoe. You want to do it how you feel it, right?
Right.
You don't do your art to make people happy or comfortable or none of that shit. You do it to express yourself.
Absolutely. I love that. Now, Q, I don't know if you noticed, but these are the actual clouds from the Amerikka's Most Wanted album. Can you tell? With the
Wow.
building, the fashion building on this side.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Are those the clouds
That's
too?
the actual clouds.
Wow.
Like it wasn't. I use a special technique to put the exact clouds from the
These
album
are
cover.
incredible. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's hard.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And to me, this album, you know, was like a gangster rap, but it was also very pro-black. Is there any lyric or song from the album that was misunderstood?
I don't know. I'm pretty on point. You know, I'm pretty direct. So I don't know if they misunderstood
For me at the
anything.
time, this is the album that says, yo, the system is failing us.
Yeah. You know, it's like a mirror.
Right.
You can't be mad at the mirror because you're ugly. You know? You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad. It's only reflecting what you show it. And so, you know, that record was really a product of my schooling. When I say schooling, my favorite MCs were Melly Mel, KRS, Chuck D, Ice-T. You know, anybody talking about real situations. Hard Times was one of my favorite records from Run DMC.
Yes.
I gravitated towards those kind of MCs, the ones who it was more than about a party. I mean, even in N.W.A, I was pulling in that way.
Speaking of just the evolution of the tone of the lyrics, but also just your appearance even, like one detail we have here, you had to put the classic Dickies tag on the inside of the shoe. This is actually Dickies material.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was removed,
Yeah.
and then we
Sweet.
added the tag here. But even just going to the look of the album cover, this was an album with a purpose.
You know, my idea was, you know, I want to stand in the street and I want to look like I got everybody from the street behind me. Like,
Right.
he had to layer that. You know, if you look at the album cover, you can see people 2 or 3 different times. Sometimes, but it gave the effect that we wanted, which was going against this is going against everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
So going back to the souls, we also have the Central Ave street sign. I believe it's the 3400 block, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
A lot of people think of South Central music, black South Central music. They think of late 80s, early 90s gangster rap, not realizing that there was a whole culture, like going back to the 40s, like with jazz. Like jazz was huge on Central Ave. Central Ave had a strip of jazz clubs, right?
Yeah, man.
And what I'm interested in is like, what did you like as a kid?
I grew up with Parliament, Funkadelic, James Brown, Cameo, Rick James.
So I'm from Carson myself, right? And
Carson, California?
Carson, California.
Okay.
You already know, I'm around the way.
Yeah. Okay. Holla at me.
You know, so on the tongue here, I made the concrete LA feel to it.
Damn,
Yeah.
really, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
You like it?
I do.
Yeah. So I had my guy Brian make the patch, the big 3 patch on the tongue too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling this.
You feeling it?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Man, that's hard.
Our homie Laura made this wallet for you,
Really?
right? Now inside this wallet, we got more patches. If you want to swap out, we got classic Raiders.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We
Okay.
got classic LA Kings.
Yeah.
All that. Just we wanted to keep it classic LA for you.
I feel
That's
you.
dope.
I'm feeling that.
It's also a big 3 wallet, which she engraved by hand. And on the back, you have
Fuck the gatekeepers. I like that.
you've been a part of a lot of amazing movements throughout your career. And the big 3 is the latest. And you stated that you feel like, you know, the NBA is holding the big or attempting to hold the big 3 back. Why do you think that is? Why do you think this is happening?
They didn't think of it. You know, that's one.
Right.
Which I told Adam Silver that David Stern should have thought of this 30 years ago.
Right.
They think they own basketball. You know what I mean?
Right.
They think it's their sport. And they don't like somebody like me coming in and changing the game.
Right.
They don't like my 4-point circles. They don't like, we were the first league to embrace mental health. And now they're all of a sudden embracing it because it's the right thing to do. They don't like the fact that we changing the game. And without their permission, we're not part of the club.
If you can see, this is the Uncle Sam tag from the Death Certificate album.
Yep.
So we had our girl Laura make it exactly like it. And it just celebrated its 30th anniversary, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the album Death Certificate, you know, one of my best records. And the cover very controversial. You know, I remember telling them what I wanted on the cover. It was just like, damn, cute. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. And, you know, I want to thank Priority and thank Brian for not trying to harness me in any kind of way, or I've never had A&R or anybody tell me how to make a record.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So we all know on that album you had the best diss track ever, No Vaseline.
Yeah. It is.
You are the only person to ever make the word bozos sound hard.
Yeah.
Where did that slang come from?
Bozo was a clown on TV. It was a show. So, you know, anytime you want to clown somebody, call him a bozo.
I've heard of Bozo the Clown, but am I really like into it? No, I'm more crusty.
Yeah, you more crusty. I feel you. I'm
Okay.
bozo, you crusty.
I'm crusty.
So if you go to this side, we have the Westside Connection patch right here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Yep. Oh, there's details everywhere. Trust me, we done got you through it.
Wow, yeah. Man,
So-
you expect me to wear these? That's too fly. Man, that's just on display.
So,
what's up.
what did you want to say improve when you guys put out Bow Down? Like, what was your mission?
What I felt personally was we got to stand up for our legacy. Like, if we don't stand up right now and say, there's ebbs and flow in rap. You know what I mean? There's New York, went to, West Coast. I said, if this thing swing back to New York and they feel like the shit we did was just a blip on the radar, then all of our work is going to be discredited. That's when I said, we're going to rep this dub, okay? We're going to rep the West. And we're going to let the whole world know this is where our hip hop comes from. This is what we represent. This is what we about. And we don't care what nobody's saying. Our legacy ain't going nowhere.
Absolutely.
Because of this. Right. So the whole West just started adopting the W.
I remember taking pictures doing this all day.
And that's basically what it was just to make sure that we was stamping our place in hip hop.
Nice. So what I wanted to do, I really wanted to highlight the big three because this is a really big part, a huge part of your career, of your life. You know what I mean? We wanted to give you your flowers as the first black, to ever own their own league. That's like huge. You know what I mean? And to do it your way and to fight for it. That's amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate it, but I didn't do it for me. I did it for y'all.
Nice.
I did it for everybody to enjoy, hoops in the summer.
Right.
Nice.
When there ain't really shit going on. You know what I mean? I ain't into golf or soccer, or mid-season baseball or preseason football. So here we go, 10 weeks in the summer where I used to hibernate.
So what can we expect this season?
Great ball. These teams are tighter than ever.
Nice.
The league has, kind of, first few years you're trying to understand the rules and play. The second years you got the rules, but now you got to apply strategy to win, and now we're in the 6th season, so everybody know what they got to do to win.
Right.
Now, you have a live component attached to these games as well, right?
Yeah.
Performances and things like that. Can you tell us about, the correlation as it works for the big three between music and sports?
Man, music and sports, they go together like macaroni and cheese.
Right.
For real though.
Okay.
Like, try to watch a game without some music.
Right.
It's just a bunch of dudes running around. You know what I'm saying? It's really.
That's true.
And then you add that music to it, now it's entertaining. It's the way basketball players move and the way music works, it makes it poetry in motion.
You still got more to go.
More gifts.
God.
So we got custom insoles for each pair of the shoes.
Lord.
There's a lot of them.
This is beautiful.
You got Westside Connection.
Westside Connection. Okay. We got N.W.A. Sweet.
Crew in Action. CIA.
Crew in Action. Damn. I wanted it to be Criminals in Action. But Lonzo was like, man, ain't nobody gonna buy no records from no fucking criminals.
You'd be surprised. They would.
Yeah, he was surprised. He was surprised. That's back, you gotta figure back in 85, 86 or some shit. And
That was 86, yeah.
Yeah, 86. Mount Westmont. Yeah, them dudes, man.
And you also have your big
Lynch
three.
My Records.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
So
This is sweet. Yeah.
And just give me a short line about, each one of these projects, how you'd like them to be remembered.
Well, let's start with CI. This is the first crew I was in. Easy said, we need an all-star group. We're going to do dirty records.
Right.
And then y'all can go back to y'all group and do clean records. And so, it was a group first called Stereo Crew.
Mm-hmm.
It was me, Jinx, and KD. We was in a group called Stereo Crew, and we did one record called She's a Skag, Epic Records. Then we did another record, this record, a single. I didn't really like these records that we did with CIA because Dre had us screaming like the Beastie Boys.
They were definitely Beastie Boy clone records.
Yeah, he had us screaming like that. He loved that License to Ill record. So N.W.A. Okay, so here we go. N.W.A. all-star group. Basically the best that all the groups we was working with put together to make a super group. It's like with these records, we was trying to get on the radio.
Right.
With these records, we was trying to make sure we didn't get on the radio. So this ended up working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Where do those relationships stand today?
All cool with everybody. Cool with Ren. Me and Ren just did a record with Be Real from Cypress Hill. Yellow Boy, his cousin is actually out on tour with me now.
Okay.
He do camera work. Dre hit me up all the time with records that him and Snoop working on a dope record.
Okay.
So he, hitting me with, the what you think shit.
Right.
And rest in peace, Easy.
Of course.
Lynch Mob, when I went solo, I wanted to have an iconic logo, like Public Enemy or something. I still think this is one of the dopest logos in hip hop. Westside Connection, we ran through why it was important for us to do this group. And then Mount Westmore, this was, a fun project that me, Snoop, 40 and Short, been friends forever, been touring forever, been, just respecting each other for over 2 decades.
Thank you for your contributions and thank you for standing on this collective foundation
Appreciate
that you have
man.
thus far.
Appreciate it.
And we also wanted to point out the flannel material. So we have it underneath the tongue and also on the back. Do you know where that's from?
It's look like Friday Craig.
Exactly.
Pendleton he had on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and we had to add the Bye Felicia on there
had
too.
to add that. Bye Felicia. Bye Felicia.
So, that was from your movie that you first wrote, right?
Yeah.
And you've written movies before, but was this what?
I wrote 2 movies before Friday. Yeah, they was whack. So, no need to mention it.
Can you tell me about the process of writing this movie? Like, what is your favorite line from this movie that stands out to you?
You got knocked the fuck out.
Absolutely.
Was that
absolutely.
improv or did you guys actually write
I
that?
wrote that.
Okay.
We didn't know he was gonna deliver it like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wrote it with DJ Pooh. DJ Pooh is iconic when it comes to not just West Coast hip hop, but hip hop in general. I'm saying that to say this. The movie was funny off the page. Like, it was written funny as hell.
Yeah.
But when you put those actors in it, those comedians, and then you let them take what's on the page but add their own flavor to it, then that's when you get the magic.
Right.
Right. And it's funny that you mentioned that part of the favorite line out of the movie with Chris Tucker saying you got knocked the fuck out. Is there a way we're going to see you guys work again in a Friday reboot?
I don't know. It's really on Chris. I'm down.
Okay.
It's really on him, so you're going to have to ask him when you see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had the reference, it was a good day.
Yeah.
So we got the Goodyear Brick
Yeah.
saying Ice Cube's a pimp. Now, I don't know of a more quotable rap song. And what I mean by that is you can play that entire record at a party. You play one line, you mute it, the crowd's gonna sing the next line. Because so many records are caught up in the time period they were released, or they're so relevant to the time period that they were released.
Yeah.
They lose relevance if they went, 20 years later. Like,
I did say I got a beep from Kim. Like, what is a beep?
what's a beat?
What is a beep?
But I tell you what,
is a beep,
when I mute the song, they all gonna sing that next line. She can do it all night. People always try to figure out what day could have been. And have you ever seen this article that the dude wrote where he broke it down?
He broke it down.
Right.
Yeah.
So even if this was a culmination of maybe 30 good days, you wrote it all in one day. What do you remember about the day you wrote that record?
I mean, it was a hit before I started writing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got Isley Brothers. Shout out to Ron Isley for letting me use it. But you got hit music already before you even write the lyrics.
Right.
And what I remember about the song is that it was coming together faster than I could write it down. So it was coming together in my head faster than I can actually write the lyrics. So I was scared that I was gonna forget a dope line because as I'm writing one line, another one is coming, and sometimes you can forget actually the way the line is put together and how it flows on the beat. So when you got a song that's coming together like that, like No Vaseline, I wrote it in like 90 minutes.
Right.
Wow.
Just because I was pissed off, I was mad. They just dissed me. But to me, the faster the song come together, the better the song is. If you take 2 months to write a song, it's probably trash. Good Day is the song version of Friday in a way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Friday, if you make that movie into a drama, people are crying instead of laughing.
Yeah.
Right.
But you take those same crazy things and laugh at it, then people have a good time. So It Was a Good Day is basically saying it's a good day because none of this bad shit that usually happens to people didn't happen to me today.
It's amazing storytelling, man. That record is just a singular piece of amazing storytelling.
Well, that's the best hip hop ever. Like, you can't get no better than a storytelling rhyme.
So what are your top 5 storytelling songs?
Oh, man.
With that being said.
Lottie Dottie up there somewhere.
Okay.
Lottie Dottie, Cinderfella.
Okay.
Listen to my 9mm go bang.
Okay.
That's a great one.
Yeah. That's a great story. I think the 10 Crack Commandments is a dope. It's not really a story, but it reminds me of How to Survive in South Central. It's kind of like a, quick little
Instructional guide.
Guide to not getting killed. And I know I'm missing some, but Murder Was the Cases though. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What you got?
The gifts are still coming.
What? I feel like I should have brought a couple of things.
So we have some gray laces that you
Yeah.
could swap out with
Yeah.
that have some lyrics on the tips of them, and it says "Keep on stumping."
Yeah.
Kept on stumping.
Keep
I'm
on
sorry.
stomping.
From the Vaseline, from No Vaseline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are hard.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you like them. So
Yeah.
when you're done with these, you can swap them out and put those in. Can you name your favorite Absolute Ice Cube line?
The best line I've ever wrote?
Yes.
I could take those.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Oh, yes.
That's the best
Yes,
line
I
ever
love
wrote.
that. You feel like these shoes spoke to you?
Hell yeah.
Woo!
I keep looking at them.
Yes.
I'm like
Yes,
just
yes, yes.
staring at them.
Yes, that's amazing.
The stucco fucked me up. Wait till, because all these houses in my neighborhood, got this stuck on and shit. So
That's dope.
yeah, that remind me. And it's the same. It's the same color as my house was.
You've already said multiple times you're not going to wear these. However, if these were out and available and you could purchase a pair of them, would you purchase a pair to rock?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. Like,
Yeah, I definitely. I'll take some pictures in them, but I don't know if I can't hit the concrete on that.
Yeah, nah, and that's the thing is we are.
Courtside though, big three.
Courtside, yeah. Do like
that.
I saw DJ Khaled and shit. He came, they brought him a pillow and shit. Put his feet on the pillow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, shit on the pillow like that.
Well, thank you so much, OG, for coming out here, man. We
Anytime,
really
man.
appreciate your
I
time,
appreciate
sharing
this, man.
sharing
Yeah.
your
These are
stories, and your energy. We wish you best of luck, continued success, especially with the big three. Please make some noise for Ice Cube.
Thank you. Got my wallet.
Don't forget your wallet.
It's cold. Pull this out on TSA.
Yes, sir. So we also have the homie Bear hooked up an amazing box for these. We wasn't just gonna give you a cardboard box.
I was looking for that. I'm like, man, I hope they kept the box.
Yes, we created the box for you.
Man, this
Handcrafted.
is what did I do to deserve all this love?
All the amazing art you have given us over the years. But yeah, have a seat, man. So, first of all, again, gratitude. Thanks for doing this.
Anytime.
Seems like you like the shoe, but I just wanted to get your opinion. Overall, like in terms of the presentation, the art, the layout.
I think this is one of the most creative ways to interview and pay respects and salute
Right.
artists at the same time. I think it's extremely unique. A lot of people give you stuff, but that's kind of it.
Right.
It's rare that we get to dissect it and appreciate it and show the craftsmanship.
Well, the thing is with guys like yourself, and to a certain degree myself as well, right? Like we can call Jordan, we can call Nike, we can call Adidas, we can call whoever and say, yo, send me these sneakers, right?
Yeah.
Or have your agent get you these pair of sneakers in this color, right? But for us, it's like, sneakers are very much an important part of hip hop culture. But colors is cool, but it's like the shoes can tell a story because they're art as well.
Yeah.
So if you feel like we covered your story thus far, because it's not over, then our job is done.
Your job is done, baby. My
Thank
story
you,
is
sir.
covered.
Thank
Fresh
you, thank
pair,
you, thank
baby. I got me one.
All right. Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's definitely a pleasure to have you today, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, so before we get started, we do a sneaker check.